So, brief little video. This is a really, really important topic to me. This is one of the very first things that I learned from my first MMA coach. And that is that there's only one range that you need to worry about, and that is if I can touch you. You see, there's not really a difference between punching and kicking range. I'll get into that in a second, but there's really not. And the fact is that if I can touch you, there's a good chance that with a weight shift, a step, whatever, I can then grab you. If I'm going after wrists and elbows, I may not have to step at all. So I can grapple you if I can touch you. I can strike you if I can touch you. That way you don't have to sit there and overcomplicate things. I've seen people say things like there's up to, 12 distinct ranges. People will go, fingertip, half knuckle, knuckle, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, shoulder, grappling, and it's too fucking much, okay? It is too much, and the fact is that no matter how complex and nuanced and savvy your martial art is, the fact is that we're still monkeys that need to go through the Rolodex when we're picking our techniques out, and simple and easy to remember tends to work better for our monkey brains to just deal with under stress. And so I really, really, really have stuck with this. Here we are, 15 years later, after I learned this, and I'm still teaching it, and I still preach this idea, and it is so important to me. If I can touch you, I can hit you. If I can't, then I have something else to do first. And that is an important concept. Now, yes, there's a ton of nuance in there, but we're talking about simple cues and, just simple algorithms to get you into things so that you can start figuring out all those little details and nuances of what you can do. And that is a fantastic place to start. If I can touch you, we can fight. So now I said punching range and kicking range are not really different. This is what I mean by that. So the longest punch that a human being can throw, generally speaking, is going to be a lunging jab. With certain body structures, you may be able to get the cross just a touch longer, but it's going to be in that same kind of lunging position. All right. So if I'm out here, right, and I'm really exaggerating, you're probably not going to be fighting like this, but if I'm out here throwing this jab, look at that range, right? In order for me to touch this, I am fully extended, I'm reaching out. So on that same side of my body, what if I want to kick? Front kick? No. Side kick? No. Well, what about the back leg, right? Okay. Well, that's a similar range. But if I'm bringing that leg up, couldn't I punch with the step too? Hey, stepping with punching's a thing. Oh, wait. So now I'm closer, right? So kicking off the back leg is not really that different from stepping through and punching with the rear arm. Punching off the front arm is a longer range than kicking with the front leg. Yes, my leg is longer than my arm, and most people's legs are longer than their arms. Very few of us are gorillas. But that's not how we fight. Nobody fights like this. So that's kind of a false metric to use of, well, legs are longer, so they have better reach. They really don't. They just don't. So again, we come down to this idea of if I can touch you, I can hit you. Now from there, you definitely have to work on all of the nuanced things and really learn at an internal level, not necessarily at a cognitive level, but at an internal level, you have to learn exactly where you have, your margin of effectiveness for all of your different strikes, and holds and throws and all of that. But you don't need to sit there and have 100 different landmarks cognitively that you have to kind of edge through, because it's too much to flip through during a stressful situation, and you're going to get caught in that paralysis by analysis thing. So keep it simple. If you can touch, you can fight. If you can't, you got to move. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Good journey.